My bad. That was a wrong song.
Will Trappers. Got time. We got one.
Hey.
Nah. It's time to shine a light on them. Just got better. Hating on the movement.
Get him.
Yeah. Better have a good reason to come out. Yeah, it's the season. Niggas gon' dumb out. I'm riding with my gun out just in case I got a bug out.
DJ Shabby on the ones and twos.
Yes,
what
sir.
up?
What's good, money? What's going on?
I'm chilling, man.
Chilling.
That nigga made a little glitch today, ponytail.
Little blooper.
Instead of this finger, he hit the wrong finger.
Had a little blooper. You see how pushing buttons is,
That shit ain't easy,
it
B.
ain't easy, Pop.
I would fuck that up. I couldn't be a DJ, bro.
Nah, DJing is like in the beginning, like the first couple parties you do, shit is scary as shit.
Word.
For like a couple years, I ain't gonna front. Like, you get the butterflies like that before that first record you drop. You know what I'm saying? After a while, you get in the groove. The rest of the party, you good. But like, yeah, man, like it's rough because you're performing. It's a performance. You know what I mean? You're performing in front of people, and they're gonna judge you and tell you, "Oh, you suck," or you know what I mean, or this song sucks, or change this. You know what I mean? But
And you can't wild out and like beat a motherfucker up or something.
customer's always right.
The customer's right.
So it's like, I never went through that though. You know what I'm saying? I'm too nice for that. You heard?
I did.
Yeah.
We performed in Albany, opened up for Nice and Smooth at this big ass arena,
Yeah.
and I was just like, "Oh shit, it's thousands of people in here," and that's where my mind started. Fuck that performance all up.
Forgot the fucking words.
Word, you know what I'm
That
saying?
shit crazy.
Yo, we
Shit
got a
happens.
dope show today, B.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Will Sully, what up, champ?
Yo,
What's good?
what's going
You
on?
all
Will?
ready? Yo, you heard the
I heard you talking
conversation?
about.
That shit ever happened
I
to you,
heard
B?
Hold on, before I answer that,
Uh-huh.
you said something about Albany in a big arena. Was it the Pepsi Arena?
Albany. Nah, I was fucking, I lied. Albany? Yeah, it was Albany. It was Schenectady.
All right.
It was in a
I thought
hockey
you was talking
stadium.
about the Pepsi. They got a stadium up there called the Pepsi Arena, and that shit is big as hell too. And I seen a lot of crazy shit up there with like big artists. Like I seen the artists throwing Henny on the crowd, and the crowd wasn't having it. They started bugging, throwing shoes and everything at the niggas.
Yeah,
Yeah,
son.
sometimes you can't
Albany is with it. They with the shit.
Yo, I
So
found
you
out
can't
that
play
night.
around up there.
I found out
Yeah. Yeah, I know
fuck
you.
that show all up.
Yeah, but nah, that pressure, that's a big performing in front of a stadium, even if it's half packed. That's
Yeah, man.
you got to be like prepared. Like that shit is no joke.
Word.
I gotta have a lot of Jack Daniels for that, yo.
It might make it worse, though.
That shit might. That's
It
what
might.
happened. That's what happened to me. My first fucking party I DJ'd. I got fucking hammered before I even played anything.
You like, what the fuck did I
I
just
tried to
do?
you know what I mean, drink the pain away type shit, and it did not work. Did not
Yeah,
work.
you gotta know when to stop. You can't drink too much.
Yeah.
That's an all the way fact. Everybody ain't got that stop button, though, B.
Nah.
I know. That's a fact.
Until your manager's coming up to you like, do you know what you just did?
My God.
Yeah, you like, I fucked up. My bad.
Yeah, man.
I still want to do this, though.
I still like it.
But
I
how was
still like it.
that opening up for Nice and Smooth? You said
Yeah, that shit was super lit, son. That shit gave me such
that's crazy.
a energy, B.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So after the show was over, we kind of body bagged it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So the niggas, they gave us mad love and shit backstage. Was like, yo, son. Was like, yo, I like how y'all kept it professional. But that wasn't me.
Yeah.
Nah, I was like, nigga, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all.
Double take. Word.
And then my man cleaned it up. Word. When he came with the spread love, ba ba da, and then he freestyled over that shit.
Okay.
And everybody was going a little nuts.
Nuts
Then
for
we
that.
did our show. I was ready then.
Yeah.
Once I seen the bitches go, I was like, I'm lit.
All right, let's get it.
Let's get it. That's all I need is a
what's up.
couple hoes.
They be like,
Oh, bang! You like, yeah, I'm there.
let's go.
Yeah. Yo, let's jump right into it. B, you produce, make hip hop. What was first?
It's pretty much the same. It's all at the same time because I started as a DJ. So, DJing and producing is real close. And back in the days, we was DJing, but we was rapping too. Like, so we was in school, high school, beating on tables, rapping, and then at home we was trying to make blend tape. So it was all together. And to really sum it up, my cousin, he had access to a studio back then when we was like in 11th, 10th grade. So he bring me to the studio. He was already working on the SP12. Now I didn't have no beat machine, but I had drum boxes and samplers. Okay. So I would bring the records, and sometimes I bring the drum box, and we just try to put it together in the studio. And it went from there. And then eventually I just got my own beat machine and, kept moving.
Well, what's the difference between what's the difference between a drum box and what you said, a beat machine? What's the difference?
The drum box won't sample. It'll just make drums. It'll make drum patterns, but it don't sample.
Oh, okay.
So the SP12 will be the sampler and the drum box together. But like we talking about in the 90s, son, like them shits was like $1,500 back then. So we high school kids, we wasn't. I ain't had that. We didn't even have the money for that. So it was a wrap. But I was only doing it. Well, my man Shy, shout out to Cheyenne. His father, his moms and pops, they invested in him. They bought him all that stuff because that's what he wanted to do. So he was showing love to us, letting us come in there out in left rack, like, yo, y'all can come through and rock out. So that's what we was doing. So, it's little things like that really could develop a motherfucker, for life. Like I had access to a little bit of equipment. So, and I was only doing it to make beats for my group at the time. So I didn't think about it like, yo, I'm gonna be a producer. Now I just want to make some beats for my crew so we could rap over them and drop songs. So we was doing original music back then. He wasn't, he was making original beats and all that shit. So it just panned out that, you keep going with it, and now, you got a legacy behind you.
Super dope. At that time, who did you look up to? Like, yo, I gotta get to that right there. I really respected, of course, Have from Mobb Deep. Official.
And Nasheem from the Hitman, Nasheem Merrick from Bad Boy.
Okay.
Because with Nasheem, it was kind of visual. Like, when he did Who Shot You for Big, that's the first time I remember people talking about, yo, this the producer. But I would see Nasheem. Like, you could see him in the hood. You could see, and then you would see a Suburban, a CLK. So it was like, yo, that's the producer making gutter shit and getting money. So, that's what I was like, yo, I want to be like that. So, you just keep chasing it, and then eventually you get ill with your shit.
Yo, which era do you like better? A lot of producers be like, yo, I like the boom bap era. Then some will say they like the way this shit is going now. Not to call it shit, but you know what I'm saying.
I mean, as far as
producing,
as far as
not rapping,
producing,
yeah. Because the production is a little different from the '90s compared to.
Word, there's a lot of 808s and
different sounds.
I mean, if you're talking about like a career, like as far as career goes, or I like now. Like the now time is better to me because the '90s era that we came up in, that shit is new now. That shit is so like it looped around already. Like so, when you doing that boom bap shit, that's like a new thing now to these kids. Like they like, oh shit, my pops heard listen to Wu-Tang. That sounds sort of like Wu-Tang, but it's not. It's a new twist. And the reason why I say that now, this new era that we in now is because it's better. Is because a lot of independents could get they shine on now. That's like you could really shine as an independent. Back then, if you ain't have no deal, you could forget about it. Like you ain't like there was no way to even get heard. Now you could get heard with your shit, and you could cater to your own fan base now. That's why I say now is better.
That's super dope. I like that you said that because that's the key that opens the doors, catering to your own fan base.
Fan base, facts. And it took me a long time to understand that too, because you know how it was back then. Remember, it was a structure like, yo, a label will look at you and then they will compare you to other artists and they'll try to groom you and shape you into what they wanted. But now, if you just keep it to your own style, then boom, like you could just, whoever fuck with you, that's who you fuck with, and you cater to them. You ain't got to change.
Yeah, you organically get a dope fan base. You know what I'm saying? Like real fans that are gonna be with you for the next 50 years.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
That's dope.
You know what's weird because that you said that is like when we was coming up, mostly every label that we went to, as soon as they hear the music, they always look at me and be like, and compare me to Mace and say, you need to rap like that. Yeah. I'm like, just because I look like a nigga don't mean, you know what I'm saying? The
look was so important back then, yo. Like, it was crazy. Like, if you look, like you said, if you look like another dude, that was it. Like, that was the marketability right there. Like, yo, boom, we got him. Yo, he could get Mace fan base. Let's just, get that shiny suit. Yo, get that loop going. Boom. And then you would sell records like that too. It's crazy that it would work, but in the long run, I think it hurt the artist, because then when you ain't got the budget or that big ass budget behind you, or you ain't got the stylist and all that stuff, you got to be yourself, and that fan base might not carry over.
That's a fact.
So
and you look like a weirdo.
Super weird.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
What is wrong with this thing?
Word. You gonna turn into Gorilla Black real fast.
Yo, thanks.
Yo, the first time you heard that dude sound like Biggie, what did you think, G?
That was crazy. I forgot about Gorilla Black.
I just thought they was reaching again, man. It was like, yo, come on, damn,
that's
man.
crazy.
And then, like, just because here we go again. Just because somebody look like him and sound like him, and then you get that comparison. That shit is a gift and a curse. It's more of a curse because, yo, that's big shoes to fill. Like, nobody can fill them shoes.
Yeah.
Those are big shoes.
Yeah, I don't think he even came up like a percentage.
Not even.
Nah.
Not close, bro.
Word. Close. Shout out to Gorilla Black for sounding like Biggie.
Word. Come down to the show.
Hey.
Come to the barbershop.
Word. Yo, welcome to Live at the Barbershop. First of all, B, let's talk this how you get into this thing, B. I was on your gram and shit, know what I mean? And I saw this joint about Levitt and the way they was coming up with all the subdivisions and all of that.
Oh man, yeah, yo, that's
Levittown, right?
Yeah. I had to post that. I had to repost that because those are things that some people don't believe really happen, and that's history. Like, historically, like they said in the deeds, we're gonna make these houses, but you cannot sell. You can't resell to a black person.
Shit is big facts. I did real estate classes like 10 years ago, and you could see the way this shit is zoned out. Like, y'all niggas stay over here, and we gonna stay over here.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but now it's exposed and people can't hide from it. It's dope. You know.
Yeah, now the truth is coming out. I had a conversation with a Italian lady a couple years ago in Brooklyn. She was the owner of a restaurant, and her restaurant still does very well. And she was saying that she was complaining about people in the projects, and she was saying that, I don't understand. Why do they have to stay there? And this, that. I don't understand. And this. And she was kind of talking negatively about them without trying to be blatantly racist.
Mm-hmm.
So then I had told her, I said, everybody in the projects is not black. At one time, it was nothing but white people in the projects in New York.
That's what it's made for.
So exactly. So I told her, I said, if you're thriving off a business that your grandparents made, and it trickled down to you, but what if your grandparents or great-grandparents weren't allowed to have a business?
Mm-hmm.
What if they weren't allowed to have it just because they can't? Then things would change. Things would be different. She couldn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they say, oh, that happened 100, 200 years ago. That's the mentality of some people. But then when you see what they did in Levittown, you see that was affordable for any decent black family to buy a house, but we couldn't.
Yeah.
So where do we go? We got to stay in East New York. We got to stay in Bed-Stuy. We got to stay in, Far Rockaway, like all these places.
Yep.
It's a shame.
And that's why they make the Southern State the way with the bridges so low, so the buses can't come on Southern State from mass transit from the city.
Robert Moses
exactly.
built things on purpose, purposely to keep
blacks away.
Exactly. Y'all stay over there, and we gonna stay over here.
Word. Y'all do y'all. We gonna make these parks over here so we can enjoy this shit. That shit is crazy how that shit happens. You ever think that if America, you know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking hypothetically. If America always, anytime they would say, I'm sorry for what I did, sorry is like admitting guilt. So now you got to pay.
You got to pay. You should pay.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Not with this administration. This administration is not going to not going to apologize. And then
the next one ain't looking
too
promising.
If they did, they're going to say, we gave you... They're gonna say affirmative action was the apology. Oh, we gave you affirmative action, so that made up for all those hundreds of years of what we did. It's just nonsense.
But it's crazy how you can add this shit up in numbers. You bought the crib for like 10 grand, 9 grand, maybe 8 grand, and now the shit worth 500. So your grandfather, you know what I'm saying, and your mom's, everybody eats off of that.
Yep.
It's
so
crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother.
I mean, you keep your salary in your pocket.
You're already.
Imagine the house paid off, and then you generations making salary, and you ain't got to pay mortgage or rent. You just paying taxes, so you just banking that. Like you sending kids to school, you doing all that other fly shit that people can't do because they got to pay rent and pay mortgage, and it never ends. But when you had it for generations, you straight. That's the difference. That's why we so behind. It's the property. We didn't have property.
Nah, we need to own something, B.
Yeah, generational wealth, man. You gotta have something to pass down to your great grandkids. Definitely gotta change this shit around.
Talking hip hop, you know what I'm saying? I hear a lot what you saying right now in your music. How does that make you feel?
Good. I'm, being transparent and just being who you are, being 100% who you are as a person and artist is hard to do because it's like. You got to be appealing to a certain extent, but I feel good about it that I'm putting some of that into the music, the substance. And I don't do it. I don't try to do it. It just happens. Especially now, I'm getting older, so it's like, you want to really kick what you feel, because it's not about the money. Like it's about the art and who you are. That just being an artist, or being hip hop. I think we owe it to our people to keep it funky with the music because this is our music. Like, so we got to talk to our people and just kick it, keep it real. Not keep it real like being a gang. Like, that's the worst thing ever, to keep it real as far as, to being a gangster and all that shit. Keep it real like, help your people get up.
I like that. Because as soon as you said that, I'm like, when you making music, I'll be like, Can I let my 5-year-old hear this? You know what I'm saying? Or can I let my grandmother hear this? Or is it just for the motherfuckers who hang around me? That's why I like when people make real hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like you said.
Yeah.
Yo, you doing good, man. I just want to give you a little props on the music that you making. I was like listening to your shit today, like, dude got some fire.
Yeah, you got something to talk about.
Word.
Yo, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yo, and thanks, man, because outlets like y'all is, this is the platform that, recognizes us and helps us get to the next level and get heard. So I appreciate it.
Yo,
salute
talking
to y'all, man.
Salute. We receive it as we give it.
Yeah, say less.
Yo, talking raps and shit. Let's get back into the zone of the way we do this shit.
Let's get back in the zone.
Yo, you remember your first rap, son, that you wrote? Mine was the bite. Everybody know this shit. My first rap was a straight bite.
I know I was rapping. I know I had the words creature and teacher in it, and I was a kid, so it was like I just remember those two words. Those two words is in it. Creature and teacher.
Yo,
that's
a good foundation, though, B.
That's a good way to start. Yeah.
Word, because I know you was dropping some shit in there.
Yo, I was
This
listening
teacher,
to
she's a creature.
She's a
Yo,
creature.
That's back then when they had the story raps, Dana Dane and all of them,
Okay,
and they was kicking them stories. So I was a little kid eating that up, like, yo, that's an ill story. How I'm gonna tell my story? I just remember creature and teacher. That's it.
Yo, being that you're a grown man, you make hip hop. What would you say your past growing up in Queens gave you right now?
Musically,
Yeah.
or just, I mean, Queens is just like when I was growing up, Queens, Jamaica Avenue used to be like,
sheesh,
like it was Mecca. Like the shit, like, yo, oh man, all these sneakers, all the stores, all the sneakers, you can see the jewelry. So
the girls,
then
oh my God,
of course, girls,
the girls,
like so, and then while you walking down Jamaica Avenue, you hearing these systems playing this music, and this
the crazy cars. Word.
Yeah, so it was like, yo, boom, like, damn, that music is crazy. I wanna have a boombox. I wanna play that. I wanna play Run DMC. So Run DMC being from Queens and all these other cats being from Queens, it just, I don't know, it just gave you that that aura. Like, yo, all right, this is how we got to do it. We got to look like this. We got to sound like that. And I remember like I met Jam Master Jay, and people used to say that he had an aura with him. And I was like, yo, what the fuck is the aura? I don't know what that is. But then when I met him, you could feel the shit on him. He was just he had the charisma, fly dude, very loud, like not loud in a bad way, but just he let his presence be known, and he knew his hip hop. So then I started to understand, like, yo, man, you gotta wear you wear that shit, you wear the hip hop shit on you. That's from coming from Queens. So, it's an ill place to be, because I've been throughout the whole Queens. I've been in Queensbridge. I hung around Nas. I met Hav. I met all these niggas. So it was just everywhere you go in Queens, you could find another part of hip hop that had its own story.
That's a fact.
So we didn't even have to leave the borough. So, it's just dope. Not to disrespect, the other boroughs is fly too. Like, we was going to Harlem to the Rucker. We was going up there. So that was even outside of Queens, but within Queens, we had our own shit going on, and we had a lot of it.
Yo, so it was just,
it was dope.
That you brought that up, because we asked a question on Live at the Bob Shop. It's like, what borough had the most home runs? And a lot of motherfuckers say Queens. We gonna see what Will Sully
and Long
say.
Island.
Yeah,
we
heard a couple Long Islands. You did.
I'm gonna say Queens, but Long Island that's my I love Long Island hip hop. Like, that shit is different. For me, like, if we're gonna keep it funky, EPMD is the reason why it is the Will Sully. Shit. It's EPMD. So yeah, I'm a Queens nigga, but I'm giving it up. Like, yo, EPMD was the one that they had the sound that made me say, yo, I want to do that. That's what I want to do. I want my shit sound like that. They made music for the trucks, like big ass trucks. They made system music, and Long Island is just, they got a deep history with this shit that doesn't get recognized to me enough. Niggas need to give it up a little bit more. But Queens first, because with Queens you got a lot of icons, and it's not like it's old icons. You got the old school and you got new school icons. So between 50 and then of course Run DMC and Russell Simmons and all of them, like that's a big stretch right there.
Yeah, that's a nice.
That's a
and we're not even talking about Nas and Mobb Deep. So it's like it's so many that we could just bring up.
Q-Tip.
Yo, y'all got it, B.
Nah, Queens got it.
Yeah,
Queens got it.
That's the conversation.
Yeah, it's a lot of.
It's nothing to talk about.
Yeah. Yo, y'all listen so fucking long. Y'all gonna need like a whole book, my nigga.
Book, yeah, like.
Word.
The fuck is in the water?
Yeah, like it's a lot. That's...
Yo, y'all got rap in the fucking water, B.
Yeah, all over. Like every part of Queens is somebody doing it. Like, and that's what made it dope too, because I remember like in the 90s and the early 2000s when you still needed to get placements. now it's different. Like, it's still placements, but back then it was only like a certain amount of talent out there. But if you had some fire, you could get it. You could get people to listen to it. So in Queens, there's just so many artists that had something going on that if you got a little bit of, a little bit of history under your belt, a little bit of reputation under you, you could get there. Just in Queens. Corey Rooney, all these other, and the execs too is out there.
Yeah, y'all got major execs that really put on a lot of people.
Big facts.
Yeah, you know Steve Stout, Corey Rooney. It's a lot of the DJs, Clue, Envy. So these is people that we kind of had access to. We could at least get to them. Like, it wasn't like so hard to get them. Like, we couldn't get to K Slay and shit like that. Like, we don't know Slay. Like, he's from up there. So we had, we could go to Envy, we go to Clue, we go to somebody else. And if they don't fuck with us, fine. We just make our own way. We got Who Kid. And a lot of these DJs are self-made too.
Right.
Like, they was trying to find their way. So Queens had a lot of like in-house, lanes to get to.
Yo, you got a story in Queens that you could tell the people that is pretty like epic for you?
Yeah, I gotta think about it.
Cause I ain't gonna front. I had a time in Jamaica Ave, son. I was coming down the steps, and I seen these niggas surround this kid, son. And somebody took the chain, and then the chain went through like whoop 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 whoop. He said, "Yo, where my chain?" Nigga said, "Fuck chain you talking about, nigga?" I said, "Oh shit."
Damn.
Yeah, they got him.
Oh shit, and everybody just separated, and he was stuck. I said, "Yo, this shit real, son." That was pretty epic for me that day. Walking down them steps.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean the Queen. One of the craziest Queen stories I got is when Skip to My Lou played the Headache from Harlem, and they had a game in Baisley in the Baisley Park tournament, and you couldn't. There were so many people in the park that the kids were standing on it, like climbing the fence to the top of the fences to see the game. So you couldn't even, if you was outside, you couldn't see the game. Even if you was inside, if you wasn't close to the tournament, close to the court, you couldn't really see it.
That's crazy.
But what's bad about it was the bad part of it is they had, people start shooting. 2 people got killed that day. I lost my bike and everything. Like, damn, man, I had to walk home because we rode our bikes down there. But the amount of people that came out to see these kids play, man, Skip to My Lou he's a monster. Headache was a monster. They didn't finish the game, but it was just crazy. If we could take the violence out of it, it would have been comparable to the Rucker at that time.
Yo, that's crazy because at that time, son, there was so much violence, my nigga, that you couldn't even really have a good time, son, because
you knew something was going to happen.
Yeah. That shit was like pea soup, like split pea soup. You like, oh, yeah, this shit about to go down, son.
About to go down.
Yeah, but when you young, you wanna be there. Like, yo, you ain't thinking about it at the time. You like, yo, you ain't thinking about.
Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, like, yo, you a teenager. You want to see these kids, and then it's a basketball love too. You want to see them play ball.
Lord up.
That's an all fact, son. Yo, we got DJ Shavi in the building, B.
Yo,
Shavi, you got something to ask Mr. Sully, son?
Like, you took all the good questions.
There's a couple. We got like 10 more.
Yo, what beat programs do you like to use? I
use MPC Studio mostly. I got the machine too, but for some reason the MPC, I don't know the time. I like the way the time locks better. And plus, the MP is, that's a 90s. They found a way to, take their 90s technology and put it into the computer software nowadays. So, it's a familiar thing. So that's the one that's my number one is MPC.
Okay, that's dope.
Yo, it's crazy that I got a question for you, but it goes kind of both ways. As far as rap, who have you worked with, and then who do you want to work with, and then production, who have you worked with, and who do you want to work with? Because the two don't really go together.
You said so. The first part is rapping wise. Who have I worked with?
And then who do you want to work with?
I mean, I did some dope shit with Fred the Godson. Rest in peace, Fred.
Rest in peace.
I got a chance to do records with Royal Flush, Shout the Flush, Mike Geronimo, like a lot of Queens legends or whatever. I wanna we in talks. Me and Ali Vegas is in talks of doing something now, so that's something that's in the future. I would want to work with Conway, West Side Gun, Benny. I like them a lot. Even RJ Payne. Even I like Meek Mill a lot too. Meek is busy, and he got like he has our DNA, the 90s DNA in him. Like he he's not far from what we was doing. Production wise, like I don't know, like it's a lot of rappers. Matter of fact, everybody I named doing records with, I would want to work with them production wise too. Like y'all could we could work this out. I got something for them. So I'm trying to think who else production wise, I had did some shit with Chris Rivers. That's Big Pun's son. He's nice.
Yeah, he get
young
busy.
Dude. You know who I did a record that has what's the homie name? The dude from Channel Live. I don't know how I could forget his name. Well, he ended up being on a record, and I was blown away. Like, damn, this is the homie from Sparkman-ism, and he still got it. Still nice. So it's like, I mean, like anybody who got that aggression and that hunger in them, that's who I want to work with.
That's official. You got any
You
youngsters
hungry,
that you got coming up?
Yeah, I got a couple of cousins that's doing it. But I don't know. They I don't know what the problem is. It's like they looking at Meek Mill, they looking at stars, and they like, yo, they instead of getting in and doing what they got to do, they just looking at the stars. Like, yo, man, you gotta, yeah, they doing their thing, but you got to do you now. Like, you got to put the music out. So it's like the young dudes that I'm fucking with, I'm trying to coach them and trying to tell them, like, yo, don't worry about how many likes, and how many views you get. Put it out. Like, put the music out. Those numbers could keep counting every day. Next year they still gonna be counting. So don't worry about it now. So yeah, like I'm really into building up the next generation.
Yo, if you could sit back and be like, you know what, and give a youngster some knowledge, what would you tell him? A youngster that's coming up in this music business.
I would tell them to take it seriously. Don't spend more time on your craft than, out there hanging out and networking, because the craft, you got to develop the craft first. And then number two, learn the business, because the business is what's going to separate you from a lot of other people, like branding, consistency, and style. Mm-hmm. Have your own style, because the style is what's going to separate you from everybody else. And we don't talk about anybody who's not different. Like, why would you talk about 5 people that have the same exact style? It's always that person that stands out.
That's a fact. That's why I love originality, B. I hate a motherfucker that sound like another motherfucker. You like,
damn, here we go again, right?
Here we go. And it might be dope, but you like, I can't get that shit out of my mind.
That's a fact.
You sound like that nigga.
Like Designer when he came out and he sounded like Future.
Yeah, I was like,
damn, bro.
It took me a minute to be like, yo, the kid is all right.
Word, that's a fact.
You know what I mean?
Because he is all right.
He all right.
I fuck with it too.
It took me a minute though.
Word.
A few records.
He having a terrible time
right
so
now.
Like, it's kind of weird to see, somebody that had a hit at that with to that magnitude, like going through what he's going through now, like no consistent music, like the career like kind of is in a standstill.
Yeah.
It's just weird, man. Like it's crazy.
Sometimes it be the talent, man. Like some dudes that stumble on some fire.
Yeah, just do that one hit. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully you invest your money off of that one hit.
Like that dude, gold all in my chain.
Yeah,
gold all in my watch.
Trinidad James.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I heard his next
I was following him on. I was following him on Twitter. He posted something that kind of I can never forget this post because he literally said, like, listen, I'm sorry, but I don't have any money for my features or production. So, at this time, I'm not going to be able to do this anymore. Bada, bada, bing. So I kind of felt that he wasn't stunting. It was like, damn, like, yo, people don't realize that somebody got to foot the bill for this shit.
Yeah.
Somebody got to pay for every feature, studio time, every beat.
Lambo rental.
Yes.
Yeah.
Every chain, all of that shit, every look that you get, somebody's footing the bill if you didn't put it yourself. You ain't paid. If you ain't self-made, then. So when he was doing that, it was like just saying like, it's a rap.
Mm-hmm.
And people don't get it. Some people was clowning them and laughing, but they don't understand the game. They just see you see the final, you see the final outcome. You see that facade. You don't know what's really going on.
Word.
It's crazy.
I remember they were clowning Migos when they first came out, saying that I forgot what charity they donated like a small amount. It wasn't a crazy amount of money, a couple $1,000 or whatever. But they grinded, and you see where they're at now. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that was the beginning of when he first came out. So you just gotta stay focused, like you said, man, and stay loyal to the shit.
That's a fact. Yo, if somebody wanted to get in touch with you to do a feature or a track, how they go about that, Mr. Sully?
You can hit me on Instagram, Will Sully Beats. You can Twitter's the same way.
If a motherfucker say, you know what, I how much I need, would they gotta be 1,000 there, million there, 100 there, or you talk about that shit later?
Yeah, we talk about later, and it depends on what's going on,
That's a fact. I like that. You got have that crossover, baby. That some niggas like, oh, just give me 300. Like, nigga, Jay-Z just called, nigga. That check different. That check hit different. That's an all the way fact. Yo, so Mr. Sully, this is a part of the show where we start talking some hip hop shit. You know what I'm saying? Normally, Xavier hit that button. He tripping, man. There we go. He missed the button, Sully.
Okay.
Got you. There you go.
Got him. Yo, you got a top 5 rappers of all time, dead or alive?
Wait, hold on. I gotta fix this. Hold on.
All right. 012. I'd like to introduce myself. This is Live at the Barbershop and DJ Xavi. 12. Yo. I was walking through the cool out one Saturday night. I seen 2 fly girls try to bite on my job. One name was Sally, one name was Sue. The story that I tell you, it must be true. Ooh. Shout out to the first rhyme that I bit off my brother.
That shit was bars.
Bars. You know what I mean? It's Live at the Barbershop, B. Yo, we love if y'all hit that subscribe button. You know what I'm saying?
Go like that shit.
You can holler at DJ Xavi on a drop.
Like all that shit.
Yo, tell them where they get in touch with you, Xavi.
DJ Xavi everywhere. Just put the @ in DJ Xavi, CHAVEY. And I'm there, Shea Butter Xavi.
What kind of paper they need for a party?
They need some paper, B.
And he really sells shea butter.
I really do. Shit is amazing.
I use that shit on all my clients.
You don't see this glow right now, nigga?
Nigga looking, I ain't even gonna say it. This shit ain't gonna sound right. Sully is back.
He's back in
it. Yeah, y'all can hear me?
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
yeah.
All right. Yeah, my bad.
Hold on. We gotta fix that.
Yeah, I don't know what just happened with the camera.
There we go.
All right.
Better now?
Yeah. Should he turn it again, Mark? Hold on. We got you.
All right.
We got you. We got the ponytails in the building, son. When you pull up at the studio, you gonna meet the ponytail, son. The official Puerto Rican G. Nah, I mean.
So,
Gotta talk that shit, son. Word. We coming right back. Yo, think about that question, B. You know what I'm saying?
what you say? Say that the question again?
The top 5 rappers of all time, dead or alive. Word.
Damn. And I only get 5 of them?
You only get
Nah,
5.
you could. I mean, we gonna stop at 5 with the. All right, but
But you
keep
can
going.
Keep going.
Keep
Word.
going.
See a top 10, 15. Whatever.
Who we had on here?
Fucking Rampage.
Rampage.
That nigga don't stop. He took over the whole show. Like.
Yo, Sully. He named like 30 dudes.
Yeah.
It's like, man, we asked for 5.
Yo,
Rampage?
he's ill. Yo, for him, I could just imagine him talking about. He been on classic records with every nigga on the track is a goddamn top 5.
Word.
He on a record with Big and L. Like, yo.
At the same
and
time.
Buster, like that's 3. These niggas is heavyweights.
Yeah.
So I can imagine what he got to say.
Yeah,
but you know,
check that interview out.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
Shout it
There's
out.
one dude that I forgot to mention. A lot of times people ask me this question. Tragedy Gaddafi is one of my top 5. And I'm gonna tell you why. First of all, Son is super talented from day one, but he's still nice right now. Like he didn't fall off at all. He still got it.
Keep going.
Then my number 4 is gonna be Big L.
Dope. Keep going.
Now number 3, dead or alive, yo.
Think about it. That sound like your boy from L. I mean, that sound like your boy LL. He said, "Think about it.
Think about it."
That movie was crazy.
Word.
I'm putting Big is in there. Big is there.
Center. You got a couple shooting guards. You got a major center.
You know, Nas is in there.
Yeah.
So
Nas is like a small forward. That guy's official.
Number 1, like who's my number 1 right now?
Yeah, baby. Who's the big hitter, baby? We need a big Will, baby.
That's a tough one.
Come on, Will. Dig deep, baby. Hey. Oh, damn. Can't say that?
Hey.
Can't say a lot of shit these days in 2000, son. That shit was cool in the 90s. Dig deep, son. That shit was all right.
I'm going with a split right now.
Let's get it.
It's Rakim and G-Rap.
Oh,
there you go.
That's my top 5, but you know I got a 6-man on there. So
6-man on the bench.
Yeah.
One of them is going to come off the bench, but that's my top 5 with my 6-man.
I ain't gonna front. Damn. Who would I say come off the bench? It wouldn't be Rakim.
It got to be Big L. Big L got to come off the bench.
Big L?
Yeah, Big L's on the bench.
Yeah.
That's a good bench player, 6-man though.
That's a fact.
Nah. Hold on. Nah, switch that. Gaddafi got to come off the bench.
Okay.
Gaddafi come off the bench.
That sounds yeah.
It sounds more authentic.
I'll go with that. If I was a coach, if I was Phil Jackson, you know, I mean, you know,
I'm like, yo, Gaddafi, you ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
You ready to go, nigga?
You ready to go? Come on,
Yo.
baby. We need a bucket.
2 minutes left.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he gonna come in with that energy, like, all right, got my 4 points. I'm going back to the bench. All right, Big L, come back in. Come on.
That's a fact. That's all. Yo, I ain't gonna front when Big L was coming with that music, son.
Yeah,
Yo.
like, where is this guy from? Word.
Word. He was different, my nigga.
Word.
That nigga
He was going
like,
too soon, man. It's incredible. When I just listened to his album, the last album, like the other day, and I'm like, damn, like, son was gone. I didn't realize that he was like, I think he passed before the Trade Center went down.
Yeah.
Like early.
Yep.
So it's like, damn, man, he been gone all this time. But he was gifted.
Yo, when they start comparing him and Jay, and they had that style, son,
Yeah.
and them niggas went at it, I said, yo, whoever you said won. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
a
can't
fact.
even
You
argue
can't
that
even argue
shit.
that. Nah, yeah. L was
Yeah.
different. L was definitely different.
Word. Them niggas is like, go, y'all. I was like, damn, oh, Jay can't come back from that. Then Jay come in, and then
Yo.
L come back. I was like, God damn.
Niggas was fierce. Word.
Jay is a rare breed, man. Jay, I don't think, I had an argument with my man, Sudan from Queensbridge. He made me realize something too. He was like, yo, he said, yo, who got the best verse? Who outdid who on Brooklyn's Finest? So me, at that time, I was like, yo, Big killed him. She said, all right, let's listen to the song. And after we listened to it,
Jay.
you can't say, like, it might be Jay. Like, Jay held his own,
He went crazy.
bar for
on
bar,
that. That's a
line for
fact.
line, every
Yeah.
verse.
That was my shit. Brooklyn's Finest was my shit.
He's no joke. Nobody's
he
gonna
critiqued
beat Jay.
that.
They're gonna go back and forth.
Word.
They say he critiqued that verse too.
Who, Big?
No, Jay.
Jay? Okay.
When he heard Big, he's like, oh, I gotta do mine over.
You gotta do it. Yo, when you got two dope artists in the room,
Word.
one song is gonna take a long time.
Somebody
It's
gotta do it.
Yeah, somebody's gonna go back in the booth like, nah, I gotta redo my verse.
Method Man said that before. He said, yo, sometimes it's like, that shit don't work. 'cause
Imagine them niggas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my
Wu-Tang.
God.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, bring that shit back,
word,
son.
bring that back.
Yo, what did you
Wu-Tang.
think about the Wu-Tang when they came out, B?
Loved them. Yo, if I had a statue of them niggas, I'd be praying to them niggas every day.
Yo,
Them
it's
niggas-
crazy how they Wu-Tang had probably the biggest influence in like hip hop culture globally. Like
Facts.
I feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like I wore a Wu-Tang shirt the other day and this young white kid ran down on me. Like he had to be no more than like 23.
They
It's
know
like,
the
yo,
move.
Wu-Tang, bro. This shit is fire. I'm about to get a tattoo of Wu-Tang. This nigga's
love
like
that
20.
W,
Like
son.
he knows nothing. Like you're 22 years old. How much Wu-Tang could you really know? You know what I'm saying? But man, it's Wu-Tang forever. You know what I'm saying? Is that
Wu-Tang Clan
it's,
ain't
you
nothing
know,
to fuck with.
I'm definitely.
Wu-Tang ain't
I'm
nothing.
from that core. That's the cloth I'm cut. I'm that's the cloth that Will Sully come from. That's that Wu-Tang. And even with them, if you listen to them talk, they were saying that they were trying to compete with EPMD and the Hit Squad.
Yeah.
That's how they came up with their shit. So that's the same influence that I had too. Like, so when I seen them, I'm like, oh shit, another group of niggas that's ill like the Hit Squad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh man. And you can take your pick with all of them. They got a lot of official
Facts.
dudes
Yo,
in that.
I ain't gonna front on Will. In the beginning, Method Man. Mid, it was Ray. What you think about being your favorite member of Wu? Everybody got one that they like, yo, that nigga be bodying niggas, son.
Word.
I'm going with Inspector Deck and the Jizza.
Oh.
All right,
Favorites.
so y'all gotta. Mine is Meth
Uh-huh.
and Dirt McGirt, nigga.
Yeah.
Dirty.
That
Yeah.
nigga's dirty.
Oh, dirty.
Dirty was nice.
Yo, I love
Dirty-
the way that nigga did his flow.
Word. Oh, it's just, unique. No one will ever sound like ODB. You know
Word.
what I'm saying? You can't duplicate that.
Yeah, he was star. Like now I see like he had the charisma. Like he was no joke.
Word.
I thought that he was bugged out when I found like, yo, this nigga's crazy.
Yeah.
But then I see like, yo, he was the one.
Yeah,
he was the one.
exactly.
Yo, when he do that hand and he be like, oh,
Yeah.
yo, yo, I used to be like, yo, this
nut.
dude is different, son.
Word. Gotta love it.
Yo,
man.
yo, and when he wanted to spit some bar, he could say some crazy shit too. Like, yo,
Crazy
it wasn't
shit. Exactly.
just him being a character. He had
Yeah.
some first things first, man. You fucking with the words. I be sticking pins in your head like a fucking nurse. Like
I'll attack any nigga. Yo,
he's crazy. Like, he's dope.
Different.
Shame on you when you step through too. The old dirty bastard straight from the Brooklyn Zoo. And
Zoo.
I'm damn
And
if
I'll
I
be
let
damned
any
if I let-
man.
Come through.
Nigga, that's my number 2. You know what I mean? It's meth and ODB, bro.
That's a
Like,
fact. See,
That-
but I
yo,
ain't gonna front.
Respect to all of them. It's hard to pick, you know what I mean?
It's
Because I love
hard.
Ray too. Like Ray's like very, very close to that second pick. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yo, I ain't gonna front. That Iron Man album, what you think of that shit, Will?
I'm not, to be honest,
Uh-huh.
I kind of pointed in Iron Man.
Word?
I was just, because
I know a couple people that said that actually too. But I liked it.
But
I
see-
liked it. I enjoyed it.
that was my
So-
shit.
but Supreme Clientele is my favorite Wu-Tang album.
Yeah.
So he let me down with Iron Man to me, but then he made up quadruple time on
With that
Supreme
joint,
Clientele.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a fact.
That Supreme
he-
Clientele was crack
That shit
cocaine.
was crack cocaine.
Yeah, hands down. And you know what I realized too about Ghost? On the Purple tape, Ghost really
Went
outshined everybody on the Purple tape.
Word
I
up.
didn't
in.
think about it, but that was his album.
Yeah.
You could tell he was hungry at that time. Like,
Yeah.
yo, I got to
Yes.
bar these niggas to pieces.
I got renters, dude.
Word, you know what I mean?
Yes. That nigga said, don't keep jacking my lap. Don't want to see Tupac. He was going
Word.
Word.
crazy.
That nigga said, I put Adina Howard to sleep. Your pardon. That bitch been on my mind all
All
week.
week.
I
Word.
said, oh, shit.
This shit was
Yeah.
probably all real facts. too.
Word.
That nigga's not lying. Like,
That nigga ain't lying,
Yeah,
son.
Ghost is
everybody
going
wanted
crazy.
Adina at that
Adina.
time. Word.
Yo, we had
Ghost-
Adina up here too, Will.
Word.
Yeah, she's still bad. Oh, yeah.
Word.
She's still bad.
Oh.
This nigga didn't even call me and tell me they was doing the interview. He wanted a one-on-one.
Wow.
So I'm not even in the, you know what I'm saying? He called me for everybody else.
Yeah.
Adina?
Yo. Damn.
Fucked up, man.
Damn.
I can imagine. Yo, I'm thinking about how she would look right now. Like, damn.
She looked the
Damn.
same.
Crazy.
Shit.
She looked the same, B.
What is she doing? Like, what happened? Can you I know it's hard to answer, but what
Nah,
happened?
I got you.
What did? It seemed like she kind of like disappeared. It's like a gap. What
Yeah.
happened? Like,
Industry. When remember she got into it with her the manager, which also was somebody real high up on that label somehow. So when she start, you know what I'm saying? When she start talking
Alright.
bad about her,
That black bullshit.
yeah, like where you going? This is your label.
Yeah.
So when they push you,
that's fucked up.
that's fucked up. But then she came back. I guess it was a little hard, you know what I mean? Because now you coming back off of some bullshit.
Yeah.
So people like not really
looking
taking.
at you differently. And
Yeah.
Shit.
But she got some. Look her up, bro. She got some new shit.
I'm gonna check it out. That's incredible. Like, but you see that it happens to happen at that time was a little more critical because that was when the labels had too much power, man. So,
Word.
and then you didn't have social media.
That's a fact.
If that was now, she could be like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna do me on Instagram. Fuck that."
You control your
Yeah.
own
I'ma do
destiny
this.
now. Like you control everything now. Like it's word. Y'all don't want to fuck with me.
Cool.
See you later.
You know how many followers I got that's gonna buy this shit when I drop it?
Word.
Exactly.
I'll be good.
You want a piece or not?
Yeah.
Word.
You can negotiate.
Word.
Now, you know what I mean?
Word.
You can negotiate better deals now. Word.
But that's why I love the young hip hop. You know what I'm saying? It takes that control out of another motherfucker, B.
Yep.
Nigga, if I ain't
Yep.
feeling that shit,
Absolutely.
nah. It's a no go. Holla back.
Word.
Yo,
That's a fact.
I ain't gonna front, Will. You did your thing, B.
Word.
But let's get into some motherfucking MOP, son, and Mobb Deep. Who you going with, son?
Out of Mobb Deep and MOP,
Yeah.
that's a terrible question, man.
That's
heard.
a terrible question.
That's
Like,
a
how do
terrible.
even-
You know why? Because
How you ask a nigga from Queens
from
that shit?
Queens, bro.
and you know, listen, MOP, those is my, I love MOP. So it's like, we used to argue about this all the time. So, but then again, the mob had that aura, man. They had that feel. So it's like, damn, who we gonna go with?
That's a fact.
Niggas is New York, B.
Wait, that automatic word. Like, yo, them niggas had that gun talk,
niggas
son.
Is New York.
Yo, Fame and Bill, man, you ain't get that. They gotta be one of the best bar for bar duos, man. Like I don't think Marquis could out rap Fame and Bill. They can't out rap them niggas.
Yeah,
they gonna
you talking legitly, baby.
Yeah,
you talking legitly.
The mob gotta have a record. Like, all right, we can't beat these niggas rapping. We just gotta have a beat and that hook, and we gonna go. Yeah,
you know what P gonna do? P gonna talk that bar shit.
Word.
But then when them niggas come with that
yeah, that's it. Crazy.
You can't fuck with that shit.
Word.
That energy, them niggas got that Brooklyn. That's that Brooklyn snatch and chain energy. Like, yo, yap that fool, and the mob come with
fact.
that.
You go to an MOP song concert. You might get your shit.
You might get your shit yapped, son.
Word.
Yo, you got any epic nights in the tunnel?
Yo, damn, that's crazy you say
Talking
that.
about that record. Because MOP and Mob
MOP.
come on.
Yo, I remember Source Money performing at the tunnel, right? And we in there, we chilling. And the funny thing about the tunnel is my two homies, my closest friends, they was bouncers at the time. They was the youngest bouncers at the tunnel. So we in there, you know, chilling or whatever. And Source Money is performing. And some niggas start fighting. They start cutting this one nigga so bad that he jumps on the stage while Source Money's rapping to get away from the niggas cutting him.
Damn.
Party over. Like, yo.
That's different.
Yo, the tunnel was crazy.
Yeah, the tunnel was always a story about the tunnel, man.
Word. But the illest record I seen go off in the tunnel was Nori, that Super Thug shit. When that shit came on,
what?
Yeah, it was over.
The floor, is nuts,
you thought the floor was gonna fucking crack.
Yo, I ain't gonna front. When that motherfucking MOP came on though, son.
I never been in there for that. I don't think I wanted to be there. Cause a lot of niggas is probably getting robbed to that shit.
Yeah. Just for no reason. Yeah, like for no reason. Like, give me a drink, nigga.
Yo, that shit was different.
I like
son.
Coronas, nigga.
Yo,
Rampage talked about that night that they bodied that shit and they just kept bringing that record back. Hit you with no delay and said, "What you saying, yo?"
Oh my god.
Word.
23 years later, that shit still bangs off. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think
that's when I knew Busta was out of here.
7 times?
Platinum?
No, I think they brought that record back like 7 times that night.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
shit
believe
like
it,
that.
bro. I believe it. Like,
Word.
Yo, that song is
that
crazy.
Song, like,
that song is bananas.
Yo, that Spliff Star's anthem, son.
Yo,
when
Spliff
that shit come on. Spliff is like the illest hype man in the world,
son.
That's
a fact. That's a big fact.
Yeah, he get busy.
You couldn't pay a hype man that much money to. He
That's
up
love.
there with Bus.
That's real love. Yeah,
they even
like,
with
word.
the energy. You see some hype man, them niggas is like, you like, nigga, calm down, nigga.
Yeah. I seen them live before, so I know, yo, you ain't lying. Them niggas is.
Yeah, the energy
it's no joke.
Is crazy, bro.
Word.
To me, like that's one of my top performances I've ever seen.
That's a fact.
Bus and Spliff, you know what I'm saying? Flip
Definitely, hell yeah, Bus get it.
Yo,
Bus
you know what's crazy? I ain't mean to cut you off, but talking as far as performance, I give Busta Rhymes like a 10, and I give KRS-One a 10.
Yeah.
Other niggas they fall down.
Yeah. Those two guys got it.
Yeah, they got a 10.
Nobody else topping those.
Nah, G.
Word.
I never seen KRS. I never seen KRS, but I can imagine he's
son,
dope.
Yo, Will, that nigga, son, controls the motherfucking crowd, and it seemed like that nigga don't need to take a breath, son. You don't never hear that. You don't hear none of that shit.
That's crazy.
He just goes. Word, like a freight train. You got to see the one where he had Fat Joe on the stage with him, son. Psh.
Wow.
That shit was crazy.
Nuts.
Fat Joe love that nigga KRS-One, son.
Yeah, nah, that's Bronx right here.
Yeah, hell yeah, I can imagine. See, they got their own culture, man. Yo, BX niggas stick together too, man. Like, people underestimate that shit. Them niggas really do fuck with each other. That
That's a
whole
fact.
uptown circle, they do. They fuck with each other.
Mm-hmm. That's hip hop.
Facts. Big hip hop.
Yo, how did you feel about that record on the down? You know what I'm saying? Bring it down a little bit. How did you feel about that record as you as far being from Queens when you heard that motherfucker The Bridge Is Over?
It crushed me, man. I was a kid. That shit crushed me. I was like, yo, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? We like that. Yo, what the fuck you talking about? Why you doing that for? Yo, what's going on?
That record is too hard, bro. That record is too crazy.
Yo, but
To this day,
you know what's
niggas'
crazy?
feelings is hurt over that. Like,
Yo, that's the fire that motivated Nas to be what he is.
yeah.
He took that shit. He was like, yo, I got to do something to get to restore the momentum out of Queensbridge.
Nah, he did
And,
that. I
yo,
ain't gonna hold you.
Nah, he gave it.
Nas
he gave
did
it a
that.
jump.
Word.
He did, but that record is what you see. Certain things fuel the fire for
Fuel
the
fire, word. I was just
Yeah.
about to say that word.
the next fucking coming. So, yo, KRS, I listened to the funny thing is a couple of years ago was the first time I think I listened to their first album. And the reason why I didn't listen to it back then was it was access. Now, you know, like we said, this era is crazy. If I want to hear Boogie Down Productions' first album, it's a couple of
Clicks
swipes,
away.
boom.
Mm-hmm.
I can hear everything. I'm like, yo, these niggas was ahead of their time. Yo, KRS is crazy.
Facts.
Crazy.
Yo,
Crazy.
that nigga. So you're a philosopher? Yes, I think very. And when
Yeah.
that beat drop, nigga, woo! You might not want to be in the middle of the spot because
Word.
this shit is gonna get crazy.
Nutty.
Yeah.
Real, yeah. Know what I mean?
Hell
That's
yeah.
when niggas. That's when them bitch ass niggas start playing the speakers. Know what I mean?
Hit
Them
the
four
wa-
corners.
Hit the wall real
You
quick.
niggas, you like, yeah, I see where the
Yeah.
bitch ass niggas
I
section
didn't
is.
wear my Timbs today.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand over here.
You know what I mean? You got a bitch ass nigga section, Will.
That's a fact.
Yo, I might have to put that on a t-shirt.
Word.
Yo, bitch ass nigga section and put the arms like this. Everybody
Fuck
back
away.
the fuck up.
Fuck outta here.
Yo, that's a fact.
Yo, son. Yo, first of all, we want to say thanks for your time, B,
Yes,
because
sir.
you could have been anywhere, but you chose to be here.
Word.
Yeah, no doubt, man. I appreciate you guys for having me, man. This is dope.
Great conversation.
Word.
It's ill conversation with people who share the same culture, man, and have the love for it too. That's
Word,
dope.
word. Well, I'm gonna hit you up after the interview's over. I got you. I just followed you. You know what I mean, on the DM or whatever. I'm gonna hit you up. Let's link up.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit you back. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna stop by the studio and chop it up with y'all, man.
Word, let's
Definitely.
get it. We need some beats. We need
You
some
already
production.
Henny on deck. Henny.
All right, my cognac sippers. That's what's up, man. We
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
lost.
I do tequila. I'm a tequila guy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
He
that,
be
like
drinking
everybody,
that shit with me time to
Yeah,
time.
yeah, I
yo.
do. I ain't gonna front. I feel bad.
everybody switched from cognac to fucking tequila now.
Yo, I don't know how he does it, but he loves yeah, he be having like, he be like, yo, I got this, I got that. I be like, oh, and I sip
What-
it. I'm like, that ain't Henny, son.
Yeah, it's different. What kind of tequila you fuck with? 1800?
Nah, the Casamigos and
All right.
and like the 1942. That Azul shit is dirt. That shit is trash. That blue and white bottle, Casa Azul, that shit is whack. But
All right.
yeah, I like expensive
Mhm.
tequila for some reason.
Just step up.
Yeah.
All right. That's the you talking that platinum record shit right there.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got a couple over here. We ain't get the money yet for it, but
Yeah, but we gonna drink like we did.
yeah, word.
Dumb out.
That's
Dumb out.
no doubt.
Yo, Will, over here we like to say if you build a tight foundation, your roof won't collapse. Bang. Oh yeah. Yo, you give us a couple drops, Will?
Yeah, no doubt.
We ready when you ready. Live at the
What's the-
barbershop, whoop-de-whoop.
Okay. Yo, this is live at the barbershop. This is where hip hop is talked about. This is where hip hop